How's Mike doing, John? Is he doing all right?
Mike, yeah, he's
Yeah,
all
settled
good.
in okay? Yeah, I was just checking. Yeah, good, good. John, just from last week, what have you learned from that game?
I think discipline needs to improve, and making sure that Argentina came really hard in the contact area, and I think for us, our learnings looking back is making sure that we look after the ball, we're ball tough, we don't cough it up too easily, but they made a real contest at the breakdown, and we need to make sure we're there and we take away those threats. So they're a strong team, but I think we can gain confidence from the game. A lot of boys probably haven't experienced that level of Test rugby, and they will learn from it, and they know they can cope with the challenges of it now, and hopefully that will propel them for us to go to another level.
I mean, you've made 7 changes, a few new faces coming in, a few different combinations. Are you confident you'll be able to gel quite quickly against what is quite an established Argentina side now?
Yeah, look, I think all camp, we've come together really well as a squad, and I think it just shows the confidence that we have is, we're able to make changes and give boys opportunity, and still have the confidence that if we deliver our roles and execute, we can get a win and win the series.
You've been leading the squad this summer, John, as captain. What would a series win at the end of a long season mean to you?
Oh, look, it'd be great. I think all the hard work all the boys have put in, and as a collective, it would be good to sign off. What's been a very long season, and on a series win against a very, very good team. They've had some great results over the last 12, 18 months or so, and there's an opportunity for us to sign off for our break in the summer on a good note.
And you've been leading the side, but the squad skipper popped back in to keep an eye on you, John, in terms of Alan Jones. How was he, and how was the achievement of him getting back on the Lions tour?
Yeah, no, look, there was whispers that he was going to come in to train with us, and he came through it a-okay. I kept well away from him, and he even turned up. He knew he was going to be fine being late to camp, and he paid quite quickly, and it's just great to see him have an opportunity to go back out to South Africa and be a part of the Lions. He worked extremely hard to get himself fit again, and best of luck to him.
Thank you, John. Good luck on the weekend.
Cheers, thank you.
Jonathan, what progress do you feel you've made as a side this summer? Do you think you've developed some extra depth?
Yeah, I think so. You look at all the opportunities that have been given with the amount of boys away and unavailable. It's creating competition, and it's great moving forward for Welsh rugby. I think come the autumn where hopefully everyone's fit. I'm sure the coaches will have a tough selection on their hands in all positions really, which is where you want the national team to be. Competition for places will increase, the competitive nature in training, and inevitably increase standards in training.
How much will the likes of Tom Rogers say have learned?
I think a huge amount. He talked to me after the Canada game. He said he never felt cramp like it. Obviously, there was a lot of running in the game, and the level is higher. So I think he would have been in around at club level. He's very fortunate to have Liam and Lee there, but being around the likes of Hallam, Jonah, and Owen, he can see where the competition is and what they're doing, and learn from them as well. There is a lot of experience, and I'm sure everyone would have benefited being around each other.
You're his regional teammate, Jonathan. How exciting a prospect is he?
Yeah, look, he's got the X factor, definitely. I don't want to put too much pressure on him before tomorrow, but I think for him is he puts a huge emphasis on the basics of his game and making sure he executes, but then he has the ability to beat people with his footwork. He's like I said, he's got a great work ethic, and there's a huge amount of potential there. But he'd be the first to say himself that he feels that there's areas in his game he needs to improve. But for me, I think he's got a great head on his shoulders, and he has all the talent and attributes to really go well on the international stage.
With your centre partner tomorrow, Nick Tompkins, what is he like, Jonathan, to play alongside?
His communication is great. He's full of energy. He's always trying to increase the tempo of a game. Even when you're blowing, sometimes he's trying to play at a high level. And I think he's always in and around camp. His mood is always positive, and he's a very good player. And I've enjoyed working with him this week in training, and hopefully we can gel quite well on the field tomorrow. It's an opportunity for us to play together, and hopefully with the work we put in, I'm sure we can put a performance together.
Then you've got a really exciting halfback combination there tomorrow. How much potential do those pair have?
Look, I think on Saturday they came on and gave us real impetus and played with real tempo. And I think I know a game of rugby is 80 minutes, but we were definitely finishing stronger. And I think those two were part of the reason why we were in a good spot towards the game, and obviously we couldn't finish it off. But look, they at regional level, they're always difficult to play against, and hopefully tomorrow I can be on the good end of all their tricks and the way they like to play. They're both very talented, and they play a huge part in how we want to play tomorrow.
Great stuff. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
John, obviously a lot of young players have got their chance this summer, but how good is it for someone like, for Matthew Screech, who's been sort of knocking at the door for years, and now he's got his opportunity?
Yeah, look, it's great for him. I think he came into camp, and I think he picked up a little niggle right at the start, and he's worked extremely hard with the physios to make sure that if an opportunity came, he was ready to take it. And he has that tomorrow, and it'll be a great occasion for him, gaining that first cap. I think, you see how much it means to people when they get the chance. They want to take it. Obviously, he's worked and played extremely well over the years for the Dragons, and it's an opportunity for him to gain his first cap and put his hand up. And that's all I think Wayne has asked of the new boys coming in, is when you get the opportunity, take it. And he has that chance tomorrow.
Good stuff. Cheers, mate.
Hi, John. You touched on it earlier, but it's been a crazily long season. I can't actually remember when it started. I don't know about you, but how's the body feeling, and how has it been easy sort of to raise yourself for one last effort?
Yeah, look, body's been really good. I think obviously he was coming back from a knee at the start of the year, and it probably with the stop-start nature of the whole year, hasn't been as fluid as I'd like to have been. But I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and one last big effort. That's I spoke to the boys this morning. It's like last training session, last game, but it's the last opportunity to put on your country's jersey tomorrow, and it's very easy to get yourself up for a Welsh game. So yeah, look, there's a lot of excitement in the group. We had a good session yesterday and another one this morning, and we just got to make sure we transfer that onto the park tomorrow afternoon.
And just lastly from me, retaining the ball for longer periods, like maybe you didn't last week, is that even more important maybe with the weather? It's obviously quite hot at the moment, maybe the same tomorrow. You might want to stress them for longer to tire them out.
Yeah, look, I think looking back at the game, the missed opportunities that we had were coughing up the ball too easily, and one from the threat they had in the contact area, but the second one, probably the area we can control more of, is just not being ball tough, not losing that ball and being accurate with our passing, and stuff like that. So yeah, look, if we can keep the ball for longer, we know we can cause Argentina more problems, and hopefully that leads to more points. And that's that's been our focus with the ball this week. Sorry, and it's going to be good, hopefully.
Thanks. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Hi, John. Just a quick one from me. How do you kind of reflect on the last 12 months? Obviously it didn't start the greatest in the autumn, but turned into a really memorable season.
Yeah, I think I've said before. Obviously the autumn we were extremely disappointed with the results, but we knew we were starting to lay foundations for this group. There was a complete change in coaching staff after the 2019 World Cup, and with the break of COVID, we probably didn't have a lot of time with this coaches understanding how we want to play. And the autumn was a learning experience for us, making sure that the groundwork was put in. And obviously we'd have loved to have been more competitive in the games, but all that hard work came in for the Six Nations, and we should have won a Grand Slam, but we didn't. But a championship made up for that. And with the amount of boys missing this campaign, it's given opportunity to some new boys, and we're up against a very good team in Argentina. If we can win tomorrow, I think that will cap off a pretty good season for Welsh rugby. So the boys understand the task at hand, and it's making sure that we do sign off on a good result.
Thank you.
Cheers.